Sí po.
She just has an amazing spirit. I mean, the way she fought through that match. And look, it's one thing to win a bunch of big matches in a row. You see the leg taped up. You see her playing a terrific player like Jessica Pegula. And like you said, Coco, there were moments in there where we're like, okay, that's it. I mean, how many times did we get off the couch in the green room and start to walk in here? And she just did an amazing job. You have to give Jess a ton of credit because it's very easy as the one that's supposed to win to start to go away when this youngster imposes that great will of hers. So it was a terrific tournament.
Working beside legends like Roger Federer, Paul Annacone has turned his attention to a 20-year-old from the Philippines, Alex Eala. Not because she has won a Grand Slam or reached world number one, but because there's something different about her game. Stadiums are filling, television viewership is climbing, and a quiet shift is beginning to take shape in women's tennis. The question everyone is asking is simple. What exactly did Annacone see in Alex Eala? The excitement surrounding Eala has become impossible to ignore. Speaking about the incredible support she receives, commentators pointed to the massive crowds following her around the world. Look at this. I mean, this was in Australia. Court 6 literally had a line. I know I'm exaggerating, but it went for miles at the Aussie. It was wild. Wild scenes there.
Seems so poised for someone who's never been in this moment before. Can you tell us is this how your personality is, or is this something that you've developed over the last few years? Like, how do you seem so calm and so composed considering everything that's going on right now? Thank you.
Yeah. And again, I think, I don't have a lot of experience on the WTA Tour, that's for sure, but I do have experience with compartmentalizing. I have experience with being...
They then asked whether there had been another women's player who attracted this level of support wherever she played. The response was telling. I'd have to say maybe a little bit of Senya Mosebach in her heyday. Obviously, the Indian fans followed her all around the globe, but not to this extent. And I think the ceiling that Alex Eala has is obviously that much higher. If Alex Eala's incredible rise excites you as much as it excites us, be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow every step of her journey as she continues shaking up the tennis world. Something truly unusual is unfolding on the WTA Tour, and one of tennis's sharpest minds recognized it before almost anyone else. When a coach who has worked alongside icons like Roger Federer and Pete Sampras pauses his analysis to praise a young Filipino talent, the tennis world pays attention. Eala is not just another promising prospect. There is something about her presence, her composure, and the way she plays that is capturing the attention of fans, analysts, and legends alike. That poise has become one of her defining qualities. During an interview, she was asked, "You seem so poised for someone who's never been in this moment before. Is that just your personality, or is it something you developed over the last few years? How do you stay so calm and composed with everything that's happening right now?" With a quiet smile, Eala simply replied, "Thank you. Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience on the WTA Tour, that's for sure," Alex Eala said. "But I do have experience with compartmentalizing. I have experience with staying focused." That calm mindset has become one of the defining traits of her rapid rise. Even as expectations continue to grow, Eala carries herself with a maturity that stands out among players her age. The man making that observation is not someone who hands out compliments lightly. Paul Annacone has spent decades at the highest level of professional tennis, working alongside legends such as Roger Federer and Pete Sampras. He understands the difference between players who simply show promise and those who quietly begin reshaping the future of the sport. That is exactly why his comments about Alex Eala have attracted so much attention. Speaking about her breakthrough, Annacone praised both the game and the remarkable impact she was already making. "She's a ton of fun to watch," he said. "She's making history for the Philippines. It was great to see all those flags in the crowd and her staying on court for a while, just soaking it all in." He even joked that she did not want to leave, saying she would probably still be there after everyone else had gone, signing autographs, taking photos, and greeting fans. "Why not?" he added. "She's just 19 years old, reaching her first semifinal. Just enjoy it." When Paul Annacone appeared on Tennis Channel Live and began discussing Alex Eala, the conversation quickly shifted. This was not routine praise for an emerging talent. It sounded more like genuine recognition from one of the sport's most respected voices. And when someone with Annacone's experience identifies a player as special, the tennis world pays attention. The excitement surrounding Eala has become impossible to ignore, as the broadcast introduced the Alex Eala phenomenon continuing in the Southern California desert. Cameras turned toward the growing number of Filipino fans filling the stands. One supporter explained, "She's humble and she works hard. That's why we like her. She's the face of the Philippines." Another added, "Aside from her talent, she's thinking about the future. I've only dreamed of seeing tennis grow in the Philippines, and now she's bringing a whole new audience to the sport around the world. Whenever Alex plays, we all get together to watch and support her." After more than 3 decades inside professional tennis, Paul Annacone has developed an eye that rarely misses. To understand why his comments about Alex Eala carried so much weight, you first have to appreciate the perspective he brings every time he speaks about the game. When a coach with that level of experience sees something extraordinary in a young player, people throughout the tennis world take notice. Paul Annacone was not simply a former player who transitioned into commentary. During his playing career, he climbed as high as world number 12 on the ATP Tour, competing in an era defined by fierce competition, relentless travel, and some of the toughest opponents the game had ever seen. That achievement alone earned him tremendous credibility, but his greatest influence began after he retired from professional tennis and dedicated himself to coaching. It was a decision that placed him alongside some of the most dominant champions in the history of the sport. Working with Pete Sampras gave Annacone an inside view of one of tennis's greatest competitors. Sampras captured 14 Grand Slam titles during an era overflowing with elite talent, yet he consistently found a way to dominate the biggest stages. From courtside, Annacone studied the qualities that separated Sampras from everyone else. His pinpoint, serving, explosive footwork, unwavering composure, and exceptional decision-making under pressure. Those years refined Annacone's understanding of what true greatness looks like and sharpened his ability to recognize it in others. The next chapter of a career expanded that perspective even further. Coaching Roger Federer meant working with a player widely regarded as one of the most technically gifted athletes the sport has ever seen. To fans, Federer's game appeared effortless, almost artistic. But behind that elegance were countless hours of meticulous preparation, tactical adjustments, and extraordinary mental discipline. Annacone witnessed that process firsthand, gaining a deeper appreciation for the hidden qualities that transform extraordinary talent into sustained excellence. Those experiences gave him a unique perspective, one that makes his evaluation of emerging players, including Alex Eala, especially meaningful. Alex Eala, the teenager from the Philippines who didn't even have to play today. She's winning the tournament. The bold prediction immediately caught everyone's attention. Yep, Paul Annacone replied with confidence. Surprised, the other panelists asked, "Wow, why do you say that?" Annacone simply smiled and responded, "MIC drop. I don't have to elaborate." The studio erupted in laughter before someone challenged him further. How is she going to beat IGA? Annacone answered honestly, "Look, it's been so much fun to watch her play. I love the way she's been able to take her opponent's power and use it against them. I think IGA probably has a little too much horsepower and experience for her." Another panelist jokingly stepped in, saying, "This is how I get the microphone. This is how I get my chance to talk. I make a really big hot take." Behind the humor, however, was a serious point. Paul Annacone's confidence was built on decades of experience at the highest level of tennis. During his years coaching Roger Federer, he witnessed every layer of greatness, not just the spectacular victories, but also the moments of doubt, the constant adjustments, and the relentless pursuit of improvement that even a 20-time Grand Slam champion could never escape. Experiences like those permanently reshape the way a coach evaluates young players. After spending years studying the mechanics, mindset, and competitive instincts of legends such as Roger Federer and Pete Sampras, Annacone developed an exceptionally refined eye for talent. Flashy winners and highlight reel moments no longer impress him on their own. Instead, he looks for the subtler qualities that truly separate future champions from the rest. How a player reads a ball, adapts under pressure, responds when momentum shifts, and carries themselves when the crowd suddenly grows louder. Those are the traits that cannot be easily taught. When Annacone watched Alex Eala, those signals became apparent almost immediately. At the beginning of the 2026 season, Eala entered the year ranked in the low 30s on the WTA Tour. On paper, that ranking identified her as one of the tour's most promising rising players, but still several steps away from the sport's established superstars. Yet to experienced observers like Annacone, her ranking told only part of the story. What truly stood out was the quality of her tennis, her composure under pressure, and the steady signs that her ceiling could be far higher than many expected to many observers. Alex Eala looked like another talented young player steadily climbing the WTA rankings. But poor Annacone saw something much more specific. What first caught his attention was not her ranking or even her results, it was her timing. In modern tennis, timing had become one of the game's most valuable tactical weapons. While many players prefer to wait until the ball reaches a peak of its bounce before striking, Eala often does the opposite. She takes the ball early, hitting it on the rise and sending it back before her opponent has fully recovered. That subtle difference can completely disrupt the rhythm of a rally and instantly shift the balance of point. Discussing Eala's future, Annacone expressed genuine optimism. "I think if Eala can keep doing well with her tennis, who knows? The sky's the limit. On the court and off the court, she could be rolling in it, if you will." He also highlighted the qualities that make her so easy to support. She's got a smile that lights up a room. I remember last year when she beat IGA Swiatek, and she handled it with so much grace and humility. It was terrific to see her win that match, and then to watch her keep trying to improve because I really like her game. Obviously, she wants to be better than where she is now at number 32 in the world, but she's got a lot of good hand-eye coordination. Taking the ball early is far more difficult than it appears. It essentially steals time from the opponent, forcing them to react more quickly, adjust their positioning, and defend angles they never expected. Only players with exceptional hand-eye coordination, precise footwork, and unwavering confidence can execute that style consistently because the margin for error is incredibly small. Annacone recognized that instinct in Eala almost immediately. Throughout tennis history, champions such as Justine Henin and Billie Jean King built much of their success on similar timing advantages, reading the ball earlier than their opponents and redirecting it with remarkable precision. When Annacone watched Alex Eala, he saw flashes of that same tactical courage and advanced court awareness. But technical ability alone is never enough to create a star. What impressed Annacone just as much was something far more difficult to measure: the way Eala carried herself. Her composure, humility, and quiet confidence stood out every bit as much as her shot-making. Those qualities, combined with her evolving game, convinced one of tennis's most respected coaches that she possesses a foundation for something truly special. Tennis is a way of exposing emotional weaknesses, especially when a young player suddenly finds himself competing on the sport's biggest stages. Some players show visible nerves, while others become overwhelmed by the pressure and attention that come with rapid success. Poor Annacone noticed something different in Alex Eala. She looked comfortable. No matter how big the occasion became, she carried herself with remarkable composure and confidence. That calm demeanor first captured worldwide attention during the 2025 Miami Open, where Eala stunned then-world number 1 IGA Swiatek. Breakthrough victories of that magnitude often trigger emotional celebrations, but Eala's reaction was strikingly different. She remained composed, humble, and quietly confident, responding as though the results simply confirmed something she had already believed was possible. For experienced observers, that mindset revealed as much about her potential as the victory itself. Her growing popularity was reflected in the passion of her fans. During a television segment, one supporter admitted with a smile, "We plan our dinners around her matches." When asked if they had subscribed to Tennis Channel just to watch Alex Eala, the answer came without hesitation. "Yeah. Sometimes they don't show her matches, so we got the monthly subscription, just in case." The panel laughed before joking that they should simply buy the yearly subscription instead. Another commentator summed it up perfectly. "We're not concerned about anyone else right now. It's Alex Eala time. This is Alex Eala's moment. Our days, our dinners, our evenings are all centered around when she's playing." It was a genuine example of the kind of excitement and loyalty that only a truly special athlete can inspire. For a coach who has watched legendary careers develop from behind the scenes, emotional stability carries enormous importance. Paul Annacone understands that success in professional tennis is rarely defined by a single brilliant performance. It is determined by how a player responds after those moments. Can they remain grounded as the spotlight grows brighter? Can they handle sudden fame without losing sight of the work that still lies ahead? Can they continue improving while the expectations continue to rise? Those are the questions that ultimately separate a promising young talent from a champion capable of building a lasting legacy. In Alex Eala, Annacone believes those qualities are already beginning to emerge. Alex Eala's journey has been shaped by an environment built to develop elite competitors. At just 13 years old, she left the Philippines to train in Spain at the Rafa Nadal Academy, founded by Rafael Nadal. The academy is not known for offering an easy path to success. Instead, its philosophy centers on relentless work ethic, physical endurance, mental toughness, and disciplined tactical execution. Every player is taught the same core principles: compete for every point, never surrender momentum, and trust your preparation above everything else. Over time, those values became deeply embedded in Eala's game and helped shape the competitor she is today. As the 2026 season progressed, her performances began to reflect that steady development. One of her biggest breakthroughs came at the Dubai Tennis Championships, a prestigious WTA 1000 event, where she battled through the draw to reach the quarterfinals. Waiting on the other side of the net was an even greater challenge. Coco Gauff, already a Grand Slam champion and one of the WTA Tour's biggest stars. Looking back on the match, commentators praised Eala's determination. It looked like she was fading physically at the beginning of the second set, one analyst said, but she fought back. That fighting spirit is something we're going to keep seeing for years to come as she continues on this path. Another joked that an earlier prediction had not worked out, but quickly admitted that it was inspiring to watch such a young player rise to the occasion against one of the best in the world. Although Gauff ultimately won the match, the contest revealed something far more important than the final score. Alex Eala refused to be intimidated by the occasion or by her opponent's reputation. She attacked rallies with confidence, dictated play from a baseline, and forced Gauff to earn every single game. Rather than simply surviving against one of the sport's biggest names, Eala competed as though she belonged on the same stage. That performance reinforced a belief held by coaches like Paul Annacone that her greatest strengths extend beyond talent alone. They lie in her resilience, fearless mentality, and willingness to challenge the very best players in the world. For attentive viewers, the match felt less like a routine victory for a top-5 player and more like the beginning of a rivalry that could shape the future of women's tennis. Paul Annacone recognized that potential as well. Wherever Alex Eala plays, the stand began filling with fans waving Philippine flags, chanting her name, and celebrating every point as though it were a championship moment. The atmosphere surrounding her has become impossible to ignore. For the WTA Tour, that level of fan engagement is incredibly valuable. Tennis has always been a global sport, but certain regions have historically produced relatively few elite players. When a genuine star emerges from a nation rarely represented near the top of the rankings, the impact can be enormous. Alex Eala is rapidly becoming that figure for millions of fans across the Philippines and Southeast Asia, inspiring a new generation while attracting audiences that had never followed professional tennis before. One commentator recalled just how overwhelming the support had become during one tournament. "I knew the tournament was in trouble when I saw the schedule and they